Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 17 here on this channel. I'm KPG Gooner here. Now in today's episode guys, we're back on the managerial career and we're coming towards the end of the Moto2 season. Now in today's episode we're going to do 3 races guys, so a super long episode, and then in the next episode will be the finale, so there'll be one last Moto2 race in Valencia and then we'll be on the GP bikes guys. I'm so super excited for that. I cannot wait, so let's get straight into today's qualifying in the first race around Motegi and see if we can get a good result there. Here we go. Right, let's see if we can slipstream here. We really do need to push for a better time. At the moment, we've only got 15th. But this KTM, again, is not performing how I'd like. And despite being on this bike for an entire season and making loads of upgrades on it, it's still very, very unstable at the front. Still understeers like hell. I really do not like this KTM. I don't know what it is about this bike. I wish I chose a better one, but it was the one that we could afford, which was one with the best stats. I hope we don't make the same mistake when we go to choose a GP bike. But on that subject guys, someone actually sent me a message the other day and said, Gooner, unless you've got millions and millions of credits, you're not going to be able to get a Honda or a Yamaha. You're probably, best bike you're going to be able to get is probably a Aprilia. And I was thinking, really? I hope not. Or a KTM. And I was thinking, no, I'm not doing KTM again. But we're going to have to see, guys. Once we get to the end, hopefully we're going to have a decent amount of credits, and hopefully we'll be able to choose a decent bike. But we will get the best one we can get with the credits we got. Plus, we want to hire new riders as well, so we're going to have to manage those credits well. Right, let's see if we can push this time. Again, we're not running very quick at that third split point. We're just going to have to see if we can just go through this last section a little bit quicker. But I'm going to just take whatever time I get, as long as it's in the top 10. And we're just going to get into the race. We are the champion anyway, and I'm not too bothered if we drop a few points. And again, the back end of the bike not performing like I'd like, although despite all the changes I've made. Right, over the finish line. Oh, fourth. Do you know what? I'm going to take that. Fourth is what I'm going to take, so let's get straight to the race. Not the greatest qualifying session there guys. I've really struggled on that KTM around Motegi, but we're just going to get straight to the race. We're on the second row. Morbidelli's got pole position. Let's see if we can give him a little bit of trouble in this race. Probably not, but let's get through it guys. We've got loads of races in today's episode, so let's get straight into this one. So here we go. Right, so we got perfect conditions in Japan around Motegi. Although that doesn't make a blind bit of difference, we're still going to struggle. Let's just get straight to the race and push. Hopefully we get on the podium, but I can't really see it. That's at least finish in the top 10 and try not crash out. So let's get straight to the race and just go for it guys. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the first race in today's episode, and we're on the second row of the grid, which is not something that we're used to in this series. We've been really good in qualifying, and we've got a lot of pole positions, but we're going to have to just push as much as we can. We have altered the gear ratio, so hopefully we can get a good start here and try and give these riders in front a bit of grief. That's not a bad start. Let's see if we can get amongst Marquez and Morbidelli and Luthi. Let's get into that first turn, up the inside. Oh, they've all made contact. We've got up the inside on Marquez and Morbidelli and Luthi. So we're into the lead in Japan around Motegi. No, I wasn't expecting that. What a blinding first corner. But let's see how long it lasts. Right, slow it down into this turn. They're really lethal into that corner. I've got really wide. Can't get this damn bike turned in. And Luthi's come right up the inside and he's in the lead. But we've managed to get a good run out that turn. And we've should be able to get past him, but he's got the inside line, so let's just slow it down. Oh, that worked out nicely, and just try and hold it nice and tight. Yes, we managed to hold that, and we're still in the lead. But I'm pretty sure Morbidelli's going to push very soon. He was super quick in qualifying, and he probably will, once he gets on his race pace, get past us, and he's in third position at the moment. Let's just try and hold it. Even Luthi's having a better first lap than he did in qualifying, so let's see if we can hold it through there. And this is a horrible turn here, one that we were really struggling on, really slowed it down. Oh my god, really having trouble with the back end there, but we got through there okay, and we're still leading. So this hasn't been the worst first lap. I wasn't expecting this. Let's just try and hold it. Oh god, really tight onto the apex there. We didn't really mean that. And there comes Morbidelli, and he's got round the inside of me. Let's just try and hold on to this first position as long as we can, but he's got a good line there. We're going to have to slow it down and let him go. So we've let him go, slow it down, get in the inside. Oh God, there comes Luthi and Oliveira. Bit of contact from Luthi from behind, and he's managed to get past as well. And we almost came off there as well, guys. That was really, really close. Let's just try and take an inside line onto the apex, and we've managed to get through there okay. So we're sitting in second position, and that's still an improvement on our starting position, but Morbidelli's on his race pace now, and this is where we're going to struggle. We'll try and keep up with him as much as we can into that turn, try and keep it nice and tight and try and get as much slipstream as we can. And he got another good drive out that corner as well. We've got Luthi sitting behind us. Hopefully he's not on it where he's going to try and take us out in one of these corners. And again, we've overrun that turn and gone really wide. So I'm expecting Luthi to get up the inside. Yes, he is. He's getting up the inside, but let's just try and hold on to it. Oh, God, that wasn't bad. We managed to hold firm there, and we're still holding on to second place. But we've got to try and hold it here as well. Slow it down, slow it down. Oh, my God, don't lose it. Just managed to hold it into that turn again. But Morbidelli's starting to pull away now, and he's right on it, and we just haven't got the pace to keep up with him. We're just going to have to try and stick with him as long as we can and try and slipstream him when we can as well, just to hold on to second place. I'd love to get a second place in this race, especially after that horrible qualifying session, but still a long way to go, and we've got to manage those tyres as well. Right, let's get nice and tight. That was a much better turn there, and that wasn't bad. Right, let's just try and get in his slipstream. Just be aware that there's a lot of riders sitting behind me, and we've got to be careful. Right, into that turn again, stayed off the curb this time. Just get a nice run out of there, and again Morbidelli got a good run out there, and he's pulled away, and he is extending his lead here. It's just over half a second. We've got to try and stick with him as long as we can. We've got a little bit of breathing space behind us, but not a lot. Right, into this turn, slow it down, slow it down. Oh, he went really wide in that turn, so let's see if we can make use of that and get a little bit closer to him and just try and hold it into that turn. And we're normally good in the last corner, and that wasn't too bad either, so we've managed to catch up with him slightly. Still probably haven't got the pace to get past him, but as long as we hang on his tail, we might be able just to slipstream it and hold second place. Now Morbidelli just hit the fastest lap of the race. Oh God, really lost it in that turn. And it's got to be good now because those tyres are a little bit more worn now, and they're going to have a little bit less grip, and we don't want to have a really, really bad mistake and let any other riders get past. Let's just try and fight for this position as long as we can, and that wasn't too bad. We've managed to get a tighter turn there, really trying to hold the line there, but the bike is really losing grip, and this is where it gets challenging. And that's the one thing I've noticed with this game. Even on 3 laps, you get an accelerated tyre wear, I'm telling you. And again, just not having the grip to stop into that turn. And now Oliveira's caught up. Oh my God, this is going to be a struggle to hold on to this. But Morbidelli's running away with it now, so we're just definitely not going to be able to challenge for the win. But it's all about trying to hold on to second place, and again, not being very good into that turn, just trying to hold it as much as I can. But I'm not seeing any tyre wear on the AI. They seem to be still taking those lines as smooth as possible. It's something they need to fix. It's not fair, especially I found out on my rider career, when you get into the last stages on more laps, they're still running at the same pace that they were at the beginning, but you can't manage it. It's just got to be evened out a bit. But it's one of those things that they can fix in a later update, so hopefully they do. But it looks like Morbidelli's going to take a win in Japan, but we've just got to nail these last few corners and hold on to second place. And stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh my God, I didn't think I was going to stop it. Just managed to do it, but Oliveira's really close, and he might be able to just get past me here. He's going to make a lunge up the inside, and we've just got to just be careful in that turn. Don't lose the back end, and Oliveira's going to get in my slipstream, but I think we've just done enough to take second place. And you know what, guys, that is not a bad result considering how bad we were in qualifying. I will take that all day long. So we take second, and Morbidelli was just a class above in that race. We just didn't have the pace to keep up with him, although we didn't do too bad. But in that final lap, I just couldn't keep the grip in some of those turns and really struggled. So we move on, guys. So that's the first race out the way in today's episode. Now we move on straight on to Australia and Phillip Island, which is going to be a fantastic race. I can't wait for that one, guys. So we're going to just jump straight into it because we're going to do 3 races. So we're going to cut some of this headquarters stuff out. So let's get straight to the next race. So here we go. Right, let's see if those changes make any difference. So we got 6th in our last lap. Let's see if we can push it a little bit more and get in the top 3. We want to get on the front row in this race. Phillip Island's quite a fast circuit, so we want to give ourselves the best chance to get on the podium again. But I'm having a lot of trouble on 2 corners on this circuit. First of all, this one at the top of the hill is a very challenging one. I'm really struggling to get nice and tight in and getting a good drive out of it. And that corner that drops down at the end, that little chicane as you drop down the hill, I've had a few crashes on that in this session. Hopefully that won't happen in the race, but the front end of this KTM is an absolute nightmare, and you've got to try and manage it. So let's see if we can just push it a little bit more. So we're a little bit up on that first split point. Let's see if we can be up on the second one. Drop into that turn, get a nice drive. And we're not far away from the fastest time, so hopefully we can push it. And again, it's just pulling us out wide there. The rear end of this bike is just horrible as well. It really just loses grip so easily in the turns. Right, let's just try and hold it through here and see if we can nail this section. Now this is the section which is going to give me problems in the race, I'm pretty sure of that. Let's just try and drop off, try not to brake too hard and see if we can get through there. Be careful, God, you've got to be so careful. You can brake slightly, but just not too much, but we're still up on the time. Let's see if we can nail this last left-hand turn and see if we can get at least in the top 3. It's not too bad. Again, it's pulling us out wide, understeering slightly, stay on the circuit. Oh God, that was tight. And drive it to the line. It's going to be close. Are we going to get a decent time? Oh, yes, we have. We've managed to get pole position. Oh, brilliant. Hopefully that will be the fastest lap of the race. Right, let's get into the results. So that time, guys, took pole position, and I was really, really chuffed with that. For once, I made some changes that actually made the difference. Right, let's get straight into this race. This could be very, very close. So let's get straight into it and see if we can get a win. Right, guys, so here we go with the Australia GP around Phillip Island. It's an awesome circuit, can be very, very difficult. I think this race is going to be very, very close. Let's see if we can get another victory in another race in this Moto2 season as the champion. So let's get straight into it and just go for it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the Australian GP in brilliant conditions as well, guys, around this Phillip Island circuit. Let's see if we can get a really good start here and lead from the front and try and get on that podium against here we go. Let's see if we can get a good start. So we've altered the gear ratio as well, but not too much because you need a good top end on this circuit. And off we go. Let's see if we can get a good start here. If we manage to pull away from the others, I think we have. And I think Luti's just coming up the inside, but we've managed to get into that turn before he had chance to make any contact, which he was doing quite a lot in that qualifying session. So I'm going to have to be aware of that, try and hold it around that turn. Are they going to come up the inside, or are we going to be able to hold on to it? Oh, God, yes, we managed to hold on to it. So we've managed to get into those first couple of corners, which I knew were going to be really difficult. We've got Luti sitting behind us and Oliveira in third. So let's just try and hold on to this, at least for a lap, and then try and, oh my God, got into there really hot. And we've only just managed to turn it in. Oh, my dear Lord. And I just saw Luti come flying behind me there. Let's just try and hold it into this turn. I can see a marker. Is he going to come up the inside again? Really struggling to hold the speed into that turn, and we just managed to hold on to it. Now we're coming towards that difficult section, which I'm not looking forward to. Please be careful here. Right, let's get nice and tight into this turn. We've got to be in the right position to drop down that hill, and let's just try and get a nice turn. Oh my God, what's happened there? Luti's made serious contact there, and he's come flying off. Oh my dear Lord. What a crash that was. I cannot believe I've managed to stay on. We're definitely going to have a look at that maybe at the end of the race, or I might edit in what happened, guys, but bloody hell, that was absolutely crazy. But right, let's have a look at this crash incident. So Luti just runs into my back wheel, but we'll have another look at a different camera angle. Right, so we're on board with Looty this time, turning into this left-hand turn. I'm in the lead, and I just think he just veers off. Yes, and he runs straight into my back wheel. Let's have another look. So we're on board with Oliveira behind Looty. Let's have a look at this. So Oliveira's taking the same line as Looty as he turns up onto the apex. And as he turns and accelerates up a hill, he just runs straight into me. Crazy, but we've managed to hold on to the lead. I think I've got Oliveira sitting behind us, but Looty has cost himself a serious points with that crash. I think he caught my back wheel, but we will definitely have a look at that. Right, so we've got a race still to win here, so let's just keep hold of our position as much as we can. And someone else has crashed out. Oh my god, loads of crashes going on. There's a lot of changes in position as well. I wasn't expecting this. Dear Lord. So we've got Oliveira in second and Marquez in third. So looks like Looty's going to drop some serious points, and we just managed to pull away slightly here. Try and hold it. Again, we've overrun that turn. Really struggling to get a nice turn into that corner, and I don't know why, I just can't stop it. And again, really struggling to get it nice and tight into that. I don't know why this bike is so awkward into the turn. It's not far from decent upgrades as well. I think on the suspension it's up to 3, maybe 4, and it still doesn't turn in very well. I just got no idea whether just upgrading it slightly a little bit more will make a difference. I'm just thinking ahead, obviously, for my riders in the next season. I might have to get that to really maxed out so they can get some better results, and that wasn't too bad through there. We managed to get through there nice and smooth, but it's always nice when we've got a little bit of distance between you and second, so you haven't got any bikes running into you like what happened in the first lap. Oh, I don't know what Lucy is thinking of, but there you go, things like that happen, and we've managed just to pull away. Oliveira is really trying to push it to gain a little bit of time on us, but we've got about just over half a second, and Morbidelli's in third. And again, that rear end's just wanting to pull round. We've got a little bit of tyre wear now, so we're going to have to just try and be careful we don't over brake. And I managed to get the fastest lap. That's just flashed up there, so we're definitely running the fastest, which is always good. Right, I managed to hold it round there. Let's see if we can drive it down the hill and see if we can just hold on to this win. That would be awesome. Right, that's the... Oh, another crash! Morbidelli's come off. What the hell? And again... Right, so we're having a look at this Morbidelli crash. As he comes around that turn, he just loses the rear end, but we'll double check if there's any contact. So we're on board with Morbidelli this time. Let's see if he just loses the rear end, but we will check in a different camera angle. Let's just have another look. So let's have a look. As he goes into that turn, I don't think there's any contact between him and Oliveira. Still can't see. We'll take a look at Oliveira's camera angle. So we're on board with Oliveira, and let's just check. No, Morbidelli just loses the back end. So that clears that crash up. What the hell? And again, we've overrun that corner. What the bloody hell? That's 3 times in a row I've managed to get nice and tight into that corner. Right, be careful now because we have got tyre wear. That front tyre looks absolutely smashed to bits. He's only got a little bit left. Let's try and be careful even after the first lap. And there's another crash. Oh my god, we're definitely going to have a look at what happened to Morbidelli. He's not the sort of rider you expect to come off on that corner. We're definitely going to have a look at that, guys. I'm definitely going to have to edit some of these crashes in, guys. There's something that I might do in future episodes. Let me know if you want me to do that. Right, we can either do like a flash highlights thing after the race, or I can just cut it in between when it happens, but let me know in the comments below. Right, let's just try and hold this last turn. We still got a little bit of a challenge here. Last corner, hold on to it, and we should be able to take a victory. So there we go. But I'll tell you what, I'm definitely going to have a look at those crashes, but we take a victory, and I think we race pretty good overall. So let's get into the results. Right, so we take another victory, guys, in this Moto2 season, and we hit the fastest lap, so we definitely had the pace. I don't know what went on with Morbidelli and Looty, but sometimes you have a bad race, and I'm pretty sure that's going to happen with us at some point, maybe in one of these last couple of races, or maybe in the GP season. It's going to happen. I'm going to crash it out, and if I do, guys, I just end the race there, because we're going to try and keep it as realistic as possible. So let's get straight into the third and final race of the episode. We go to Malaysia, so here we go. Let's see what time we get here, and oh god, we take second. I thought that would have been pole, but we were just a little bit off on that last sector. I think I'll go one more lap. I think we can just improve on that a little, but we're definitely seeing pretty good in the wet around this circuit, which is surprising because Malaysia's normally a really tricky circuit for me, but I don't think the AI are that quick in the wet. But we're not sure if these are the conditions we're going to be racing in. So if it ends up being dry, I think this could be a really difficult race. Right, so we're up on the time again in that first checkpoint, which is good. Right, slow it down, try and be good on the brakes, and that isn't too bad as well through there. Let's just try and hold it to keep it nice and smooth. I think just being consistent around this circuit will be the key. I don't think I have to go too mad if it stays wet, because like I said, I definitely feel we've got a little bit more pace in a lot of these checkpoints. And again, oh god, we're really up on that last section, so they seem to be so slow in the wet. I don't know whether that's something that they're going to tweak with an update, but in some wet conditions they just don't seem to have the pace, and that's the annoying thing, because there has been some races and qualifying sessions that I've been like nearly 2 seconds quicker, and then you get a dry race and you really struggle in it because they're that much quicker in the dry. It's really funny, and we've managed to slip past there. It was way too slow in that turn. Hopefully we can nail this last sector. Let's see how much we're up on the time at this checkpoint. And oh god, we lost a little bit of time, but we should be able to hold that in the last turn. We should be able to get pole here if we can just nail this last corner. And the last corner can be quite annoying at times, especially when you haven't got much tyre grip. It was a little bit risky round here in the Moto3 season when we got to the third lap, but that was in the dry, and we managed to hold it. Be careful, that wasn't too bad. And let's see if this lap's a little bit quicker. Hopefully it will. Yes, we take pole. Quality. Right, so we took pole position, guys. Let's get straight into the race, and hopefully it stays wet because we're just that little bit much quicker. But you never know, it might be dry and it might be a really difficult race. We're going to find out soon, so let's get straight into it. Right, guys, so we've got a wet circuit, but these sorts of conditions that normally dry up, so it could be a tricky race, but let's see what happens. Let's get straight into it now, guys. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the Malaysia GP. Let's see if we can get a good start and try and get a win. Now, it's only a wet circuit. This will probably dry up. Let's see if we can finish this episode with another victory, and then the final episode will be the last race in Valencia and the move up to the GP series, which is going to be fantastic. Right, let's see if we can get a good start here. That's not too bad. Now, that first corner can be very challenging, so let's see if we can get ahead of these and try and drop into that corner without any trouble, and see if we can do it. Right, oh god, Louis gone flying past us on the outside, but we've got the inside. Let's try and hold that. Try not to oh god, he's coming around the outside again. He's really trying to go for it in this early part of this race, but we've managed just to fight that off. Maybe he wants to make up for his nightmare crash that he had in Australia and try and get some more points. Right, so we've managed to get away okay. Let's try and slow it down. Be careful because it's still wet, but I'm pretty sure when it's only a wet circuit it will dry up into the latter part of the race, so we're probably not going to see much tyre wear either, so we should be okay. Just try and keep it nice and steady and just see if we can just pull it away. Oh god, someone's crashed off there. God dear, so there's a crash on this first lap. I thought we were going to get a lap without a crash around here. Right, that's not too bad through there. We're managing just to pull away slightly, which is good. Let's just try and keep it nice and steady. We don't need to go all gung-ho. We can just keep it nice and steady. As long as we just maintain a consistent pace, we should be able to hold off any challenges in this race, because we just seem to be that much quicker in the wet conditions. That's not too bad through there. Got to try not to put my front wheel on that curb because I will lose it. It happened at the early parts of the session, so I definitely know those curbs are very slippy still. Right, just try and hold it into this turn, coming towards the end of the first lap, and it hasn't been a bad start in Malaysia. We've definitely got a nice little lead developing, which is awesome. Let's try not to muck up this last corner and keep on pushing just to keep them away. Now it looks like there's only 2 riders that are managing to keep pace with me, and hopefully they don't catch up. Keep it nice and steady around that turn, and it looks like Morbidelli's having another bad race. Luti's just overtaken to go into 3rd place, so that means yes, it's Oliveira in 2nd, but we've got just over a 2nd lead, which is awesome. Right, I don't mac up this corner, try and keep it nice and tight, and there's a bit of a dry line developing now, so that's going to help the grip. Keep it nice and steady around there, not overdoing it again, keeping it nice and smooth, and we should be okay. Yes, we are. We're really starting to pull away now, which is awesome. So that's almost up to 2-second gap now. So that is a good gap to have. So we can just back off the pace slightly and just keep it nice and steady. Hopefully we will get another victory, and then that last race in Valencia is going to be a cracker, guys, because I actually haven't won in Valencia yet on this game. Now, we failed to win round there in the Moto3 season, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be another challenging one on the Moto2. Now, it's one with a lot of corners, and we know how this KTM performs around tight corners, not that great. So it'll be interesting to see if we can finish Moto2 with a victory, and then we see how many credits we have to buy our GP bike. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Still not sure what bike we're going to be able to buy, because like I said at the start of the video, I was told that the GP bikes are extremely expensive, so we might not be able to get a Honda or a Yamaha, which is really upsetting because I was looking forward to maybe going for the Honda, but it might be out of our reach. Right, just trying to hold it into this turn. That's not too bad, nice and steady, and yes, so we managed to get through there okay. Right, so we come towards the final lap of the race, and we're literally flying away. No one's going to catch us now. As long as we don't crash out, we should bring home a nice victory. And I think you've got to make use of these races where the AI just don't perform. It hasn't been that bad, to be honest. I mean, it was worse on previous MotoGP games where there was a lot of circuits, even without weather conditions. They just didn't have the pace, but they've definitely been quicker. There's still a lot of circuits that I haven't really nailed down and had some decent results on. I mean, Qatar is still one that I'm struggling to get decent results on. Valencia, which I just mentioned, and Argentina. I haven't seen many people win around there on the hardest level either, so that's another circuit. And I think there is a few that I've been lucky with as well. So it's definitely been a lot harder this year. For definite. Right, just trying to hold it there. We've got a nice dry line. The tyres aren't that worn either on the wets, because we've had the wet conditions, so they haven't worn down that quickly. Right, so just keep it nice and steady through here, and we should be able to bring home a victory. Oh god, we just overrun it slightly through that turn. Just making a few little errors. Let's just like back off. We can slow down a bit. We don't need to go too quick through there. That's not too bad. And I think the lead is just going to get bigger and bigger now as we come to the last stages. Just try and hold into that turn. Be careful. Stay in the dry section. Nicely does it. And we should be okay. Nice and tight into there. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't know what I was doing there. Went straight onto the bloody curb. I didn't need to do that, but luckily I didn't lose the front end. That could have been really embarrassing after leading with a gap that big and then crashing out on the last lap. Right, let's go around here. Okay, back end's pulling around slightly. Not too bad. So we've got one more corner, and then we're going to hopefully take that victory in Malaysia. And it's been pretty easy from start to finish. Easy qualifying, easy race. And hopefully next time we go around here in the GP series, it'll be dry, and then we will see sparks fly. Right, so let's get that front wheel up and finish with a nice power wheelie. There we go. Oh god, it's gone back down. Let's put it back up, and we take a nice win in Malaysia. Right, let's get straight into the results. Right, so we took a nice easy win in Malaysia. We were way quicker in those conditions, and we're coming towards the end of this Moto2 series, so we've only got one more race left, and that is Valencia, and that's going to be in the final episode, guys, where we move up. And it's been a pretty good episode. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Please smash that like button. Let's try and get 50 likes on this video. Please keep supporting the series. It's going to be really, really exciting, and don't forget to check out the Rider series as well, where we're doing more laps. Hopefully that series will be moving up to the GP bikes, but it's going to be a little bit slower, obviously, because we're doing the more laps of the videos of that a little bit longer, and obviously it's just finding the time to do both series. Hopefully I can juggle them about and we can get them up to the GP bikes as well. So let's see how our teammates have done. Oh god, they haven't done too bad. Another decent result for Jack again. So he's definitely improving. Hopefully if we can improve their bike a little bit more in the new season, hopefully he will start pushing results. But our plan is to get another Moto2 rider, and obviously yeah, we'd need 2 Moto2 riders and a GP, so we can have a full load of teammates. That would be fantastic. Right, we've got an activity. We'll quickly do that before the end of the episode. Let's go for something that's going to improve us for that final race. Which one should we go for? We'll go for that one. Right, guys, that's the end of the episode, guys, and I will see you for the finale video. Hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a cracker. Hopefully we can finish on a high and we can get a decent MotoGP bike. Not sure which one we're going to get. You're just going to have to find out. So I will see you very, very soon, guys. So see you later and goodbye.